In this clip, we'll talk about caffeine, tea and caffeine. Many people are interested in the caffeine content in specific teas. Now, in general, it can be said that a cup of tea has about half the amount of caffeine than your regular cup of java. But in all these teas, white, green, oolong, and black, if I have 1 pound of each of those tea leaves in their natural state, they all would have the same amount of caffeine. The caffeine that you end up with in your cup depends on steeping time and steeping temperature. Now, with that said, let me tell you that the caffeine in tea works slightly different on our bodies than the caffeine in coffee. And I always like to use the analogy of simple sugars and complex carbohydrates. So think about coffee and caffeine as your candy bar. You get that quick jolt, caffeine goes quickly into your blood, and when it's all used up, also you get that very quick let down. Now with tea, this is more like your complex carbohydrates. It is so much more complex and encapsulated in the tea leaf that it takes much longer for the cell to absorb the caffeine. And with that, you get more of a gentle lift, it carries you longer, and the letdown is also not as abrupt as with the caffeine in your junk food and your coffee. The general rule, though, when it comes to tea and caffeine content in each tea varietal is the most amount of caffeine you'll find in black tea. And from then, it goes to oolong, green, and white tea having the least amount. What makes the effect of caffeine different also is the fact that there is another component in tea that works as a relaxant. It's the amino acid L-theanine. And so you get this yin and yang effect. While the caffeine stimulates, the L-theanine relaxes.